Hi, I know I just uploaded a different video on the COVID, my neighbor here, over here getting COVID, but I want to talk to you about something. Delivery companies, especially FedEx right now, FedEx has always been bad, but if you're a seller on Amazon and eBay and you're using FedEx, you can expect to run into quite a few problems. Now, all of you know I bought some of this. This is the powder butter. And when I emailed the company that I bought it from, they noticed, I don't know if you can see it on here or not, there's a dent in the can right here, right there, and up here on the lip. And because this can was dented, especially right there where the bottom seal is, they said that most likely the can will still be good, but they were going to send me another one. They did. Now, this went from California to Tennessee, where FedEx is. Then it went back to California, then back to Tennessee, and it stayed there. I mean, literally, it stayed there for like 20 days, something like that. And then the seller got a hold of FedEx. FedEx didn't know what the hell they did with it. So, the seller sent another one right here. Now, as soon as the seller sent this one, let me set this down, they had contacted FedEx and made a claim against FedEx. FedEx found this one. I got both of these like 2-3 days ago. They both came at the exact same time. So I already had this one. Now I have two more that I paid, I think it was around $16-17 per can for one can. So now I have 3 cans of powder butter thanks to FedEx screwing up. This one was dented, and I wasn't even complaining about the dent. I don't know if you can see the dent right there. Right there. I wasn't complaining about the dent. When I contacted the seller about the numbers on the bottom, I don't know if you can see that or not, trying to find out how to figure the dates on this, then they let me know, they noticed the dent, they said they were going to send me another one, they did. They sent this one. Or it could have been that one, doesn't matter. And this one has a small dent right there. It's just a little bit caved in on the bottom. Now the seller packaged these excellent. These had cardboard around them with the ends, cardboard on the ends, cardboard all the way around, plus packing foam, not the foam, but the little bubble wraps. The ones you go pop, 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 pop. So they actually packaged these very well. And then all those were in a box. It was in a box. So it was packaged extremely well. This one wasn't in a box. It was in cardboard all the way around. Poppy, packaged stuff with the little poppies. In fact, I still got it over here. Let me grab it. This was all in one, wrapped around one can. So, if you have a business and you're selling stuff offline and you're shipping FedEx, I ordered one, I ended up with 3 because of FedEx. One was damaged, right there. One they had lost for almost half a month, if not half a month. And by the time the seller got FedEx to actually look for this, they had sent another one. So, using FedEx right now is a really bad idea. Now, it worked out for me. I did ask the seller, hey, you want me to send one of these back to you? I understand one of the cans was dented, so you sent a replacement. Great, I understand that. But then you had to send another one because FedEx lost the second one? Come on. And they told me, no, don't worry about it, for the hassle, the trouble, and they would do a FedEx. So, since each one of these makes about 3 1/8 cup, so I figure 3 cups. This is 9 cups of butter. And each one of these cans is like $16. So this is what? 30, almost 50 bucks, something like that, for 3 of these cans. Now, because I have 3 cans, I may end up opening one and trying different things. Unfortunately, I do not have the oil or the powdered milk that I need to do experiments with, because powdered milk is so sky high right now, I just can't afford it. Oil is not something we normally buy, but I'm sure I could get a small bottle somewhere. But I would really like to try this made with powdered milk or some type of long-term milk. I would really love to be able to get my hands on some of that freeze-dried milk that's supposed to last for 10-15 years. I'd love to be able to get my hands on that. It's just so expensive. And I would love to take that, mix the milk up and mix it with this, and see how well that does. Instead of just adding water to this, use freeze-dried milk. I would love to try that. Now, I'm making this video because right now is a bad time to be a seller on anywhere, eBay, Amazon, especially if you're using FedEx. It seems like FedEx has like 3 distribution facilities in the US, and because I can never figure out, alright, if my package is coming from California, Washington, Oregon, why the hell is it going clear across the country to Tennessee and then back over and back up? That makes no sense. And it really doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. But because FedEx screwed up so bad, I now have 3 of these. I don't know what I will do with 3 of these, but I now have 3. Now, I did talk about finding the correct dates on my last video. If you read the description of the video, it says on the bottom 1, 2, 3, 5. That would be the first number is the last number of the year, so it'd be 2021, day 235. I believe that'd be in August or something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and add this shit up. So it'd be something like August of 2021. This date, 1237. So this is packaged 2 days after this one. 1, 2, 3, 5 or 3. You can't really tell. I think it's 5. So 5, 5, and 7. So these 2 are packaged on the same day. Right here. This was 2 days later. Now these are supposed to have a 10-year shelf life. Will they? I have no clue. But having something like this, like I say, it's not going to melt like regular butter. It is not going to act like regular butter. If you're used to margarine, it's not going to act like margarine. But in a situation where you have, say you have nothing but bread or instant mashed potatoes or even potatoes out of the ground. If you're eating nothing but plain potatoes, you're going to get sick of that very quickly. Having something like this, or even something like some allspice, which I don't personally use, to sprinkle on top of your potatoes to change the flavor around will help you a great deal. But having something like this will help you a lot when it comes to cooking, baking, just enjoying food in a situation where, you know, food is limited. Once I'm able to afford to get, if I can ever, afford to get some freeze-dried milk, and I can get some oil, I will experiment with one of these cans and tell you how it works, how it tastes. But I'm not going to open one of these cans just to mix in water. A lot of people do that. Some people like the taste, some don't. What I want to see is if using different liquids will change this to where it's something more akin to the butter you're used to. But unfortunately, it takes a lot of money to do that. And right now, we just don't have the money for that. With the food prices going up, our store shelves, a lot of them are still empty. You know, things are really tough right now. And it's not just from us, you know, for us. It's for everybody. So, you know, if you know somebody that sells the freeze-dried milk, and not powdered, which I thought about using some powdered milk, which my powdered milk has been expired for over a year, and I'm definitely not going to use that in something like this. And powdered milk costs so much money. I mean, you can't find a little bitty jar, little pouch of it. So I would have to buy a big thing of powdered milk, open it, and then the rest would get wasted. But is it worth it? That's up to you. Is any of this freeze-dried or, you know, dehydrated stuff worth it? It's up to you. I mean, right now, my advice is buy as many cans as you can buy, because the stores are constantly out of canned goods. Make sure you buy stuff you'll eat. Now, I did put a light behind me. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be helping a whole lot. I guess I needed to raise it up more. But because of Fedex, the first can was damaged. Let me see if I can find it. Try here. I think that's the one. And the second one had a little dink in it. Oh, there it is. You can see how much more of a dink this had. Right there. This is the first can. Had a dink. Second can had a small dink. You know, I was willing to deal with this without issue. But FedEx lost it. So they sent a third can. I will put the seller of this. They are on eBay. I will put the seller's eBay name down in the comments or in the description. In the description of this video. Which is, I don't know if I need to name it FedEx Sucks or I got a crap load of butter. You know. But the seller was fantastic. As soon as there was a problem, you know, the one can, let me see if I can even find them. I keep flipping my cans over here. As soon as they saw that dent, They shipped out another one. The seller was fantastic. They did say they believed that this would not affect it. There is an oxygen absorber in here. But just to make sure, they sent out another can. I've never seen an eBay seller like them before. And there's a picture of it, of course. So if you're planning on buying something like this, I'd use that seller. I would use them again. They do sell stuff like milk, but of course the price is expensive, like everywhere else. I would use this seller again. They backed up what they sold. And that's rare. I had no talk back from them. I didn't have any excuses. As soon as they noticed that, whoop, guess what? Dented can. We're going to send you another one. Oh, guess what? FedEx can't find the shipment on the second can. We're going to send you another one. That type of seller is the type you want to look for. If you're going to buy stuff like this, I do recommend them. They have 100% backed up their entire order here, the purchase that I made from them. They did not make excuses. They did not say, well, guess what? It's FedEx's problem. They went to bat and they contacted FedEx when the second one didn't come. And they did talk back and forth to me. And as soon as they found out FedEx lost the second one, boom, they sent another one. So, is it worth the cost? I don't know. But if you are going to prepare stuff like this, I do recommend the people I bought this from. They 100% backed everything up. They had no excuses. They did not make excuses. And they went to bat against FedEx. I didn't have to do anything. And they made sure that everything was perfect. So now, I have 3 cans of butter. And I paid for one. $16. I believe it was $16. Maybe $17 for one can. Is that expensive? Absolutely. But for a 10-year shelf life, to be able to have something with some butter flavor, even if you're living off grid and you're growing potatoes, or if things get bad and you're making something like bread at home, having a butter of any type is going to be wonderful. Like I said, I will put their eBay seller name in the description of this video. I will not put a link to eBay. I don't know if YouTube even allows me to do that. They may or may not. I am not sponsored. I don't get any money. I did buy this with our money, my own money. I'm not telling you have to use them. I'm just telling you the experience I went through with them and with FedEx. FedEx is a major screw up. They always have been, and now it's even worse because they can't find people to actually work. But the eBay seller was fantastic. I will use them again when I decide to buy more stuff for our emergency kit. Excuse me. So, is it worth $16, $17 for a can, something like that? 3 1/8 cups of butter, if I remember. Just over 3 cups of butter. I don't know. I don't know how it tastes. And I'm not going to open a can just to try it unless I can get some other items to try it with. Like I said, I would love to try that with like freeze-dried milk, powdered milk, and some vegetable oil, and not just water. And see how that tastes and see how it mixes and melts. But I do know this will not melt like regular butter. It is, well, regular butter, but I believe they took the oils out and there's no fluid or moisture in it, so can't see. That's my experience on this. With FedEx, they suck. They've always sucked. But they're getting even worse now. The seller I bought my butter from, out of 5 stars, I would give them a 10-star rating if I could. They noticed the dent on the can, and I asked them about it. I said, hey, you know, is this going to affect this when I sent the pictures? And they're like, it shouldn't, but you know what? We're going to send you another can. For that little bitty dent. Right there. So I ended up with 3 cans of butter. I would definitely buy from these people again. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I don't get paid. I don't take money. All I can do is tell you the experience I've had through FedEx and other delivery companies, especially FedEx, they're crappy, and what people I bought items from. These were one of the best sellers I've ever seen on eBay. No excuses. They were right on top of it. And when they found out the can was dented, they replaced it immediately. When they found out the second can was stuck in Tennessee for like half a month or whatever it was, they immediately shipped out another one. And they dealt with FedEx. So, would I use them again? Absolutely. Is it worth stockpiling this stuff? I don't know. It's up to you. It's a 10-year shelf life if stored right. Cool, dry place, of course. So, would you use all this or any of this in 10 years? I don't know. Once it's mixed up, it's not that much. I mean, it's only 3 1/8 cups of butter for this whole can. But if you are trying to feed a lot of people, you're going to go through this pretty quick. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Sorry about the length of this one. I started out talking about, I believe, FedEx and how bad they are. And I ended up talking about the seller I bought this from. They are a great seller. I will put their eBay name in the description. If you buy something from them, just let them know you saw this video. They don't know I'm making a video. And let them know that I've given them praise for being such a great seller. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Everyone have a good day. Bye.